For us, for Mongolian parliamentarians, it's our great honor to have you all here in Ulaanbaatar. And Mongolia is honored to host the 20th anniversary of ASEM here in our capital city. The theme of our panel was Partnership for Future, and we had broad, extensive and lively discussion at this panel for about 2 hours, so it's not easy to summarize all the excellent ideas expressed by our participants, but let me do my best to summarize the views expressed by the participants. We had 2 guest speakers, Mr. Tirbish Tawak, Member of Parliament of Mongolia, expressed Mongolia's official Mongolian parliamentarians' position and views on the further development of ASEM. And Mr. Tirbish Tawak says that we would support ASEM to keep its informal style of cooperation, and we think 3 main pillars of the cooperation are equally important, but we believe that economic cooperation will further help us for further developing our real connectivity and cooperation among ASEM partners. And second, our keynote speaker were Mr. Czarnecki, Vice President of European Union. And Mr. Czarnecki expressed several important views. First, Mr. Czarnecki spoke about challenges that we face, both people from Europe and Asia, and mentioned 2 main challenges. First was that climate challenges and environmental issues. It's not a side issue of non-traditional security, rather it's a horizontal and main issue of our time. It was note made by Mr. Czarnecki, and the second highlighted about new challenges brought by new technological era. We need more new legislations and new rules and new international cooperation to cope with challenges brought by new technologies and new technology era. And Mr. Czarnecki, as Vice President of European Union, suggested to bring some more structures to ASEM, especially to ASEP. And he suggested to think us about some possible structures, including standing committee, steering committee, or troika of ASEP. So of course it's for you for further discussion. And participants highlighted about 7 main issues. I would try to summarize to these 7 topics of it. First, most of the participants talked about 20th anniversary of ASEM and the progress we have made during these 20 years, and also the future deliberations, future policies we need to develop in order to develop ASEM process. And our a colleague from Hungary reflected this view and nicely said that we, the people from Europe and Asia, are increasingly connected after 20 years development of ASEM. But still, most of the participants think that we need now more tangible results. Now for us, it's time to move to actions from policies. Our colleagues from China, Thailand, and European Union and other countries express similar views on that. And second, participants talked about ASEM and its 3 pillars. And 3 main pillars are of equal importance, including political, economic, and cultural cooperations are. But most of the participants highlighted economic cooperation. Colleagues from Indonesia, Pakistan, and other countries talked extensively about economic growth, inclusiveness, and also eliminating developing economic cooperation. In order to have further intensive cooperation, we need to eliminate trade barriers, streamline some financial resources, and we need more sound cooperation and collaboration between the governments. Third issue was inclusiveness. Underscoring the importance of principles of inclusiveness, colleagues from Italy and Spain highlighted the importance of mainstreaming involvement of various stakeholders, including NGOs, youth organizations, and women's organizations. This morning, President of Mongolia spoke about gender equality and women empowerment issue, and our colleague from Italy talked extensively about it and talked about women education, girls' education, and violence against women, etc. So women and gender empowerment issue are brought to the table broadly during our discussion. The fourth issue is capacity building. And our colleagues talked about cooperation between people, connectivity between people. So delegations mentioned that determined to strengthen the parliamentary dimension of ASEM and deepen the areas of parliamentary cooperation, significance of developing further capacity building programs and more day-to-day connections between ASEM parliamentarians would result in deeper cooperation and mutual understanding among the people. Fifth issue was traditional and non-traditional security issues, highlighting the need to bolster the security in Asia and Europe in the face of issues of common concern. Colleagues from Japan, Norway, Vietnam, Russia, Thailand, Pakistan, etc., many participants encouraged cooperation among ASEM partners and addressing terrorism, mass migration, maritime security, and disaster prevention issues. Our Russian colleagues stressed the importance of preserving ASEM's informality and at the same time strengthening connectivity and practical cooperation. Further, they highlighted the need to bolster the security in Asia and Europe in the face of issues of common concern and called for security architecture that would account for equal partnership. And also, our colleague from Japan stressed and talked extensively about disaster relief collaboration. Sendai Cooperation Initiative for Disaster were discussed extensively, and disaster relief is a very important issue also, not only for the sake of security, it's also important for tackling poverty and many economic issues. And also, good governance, rule of law, democracy, fight against corruption issues were touched upon. And needless to say, today we all can agree that rule of law is a universal value that is appreciated by all of us. In terms of Asia-Europe cooperation, the rule of law and human rights issues were essential to further promoting common values and connectivity between the two continents. And parliamentarians, finally, last but not least, parliamentarians also discussed extensively about further parliamentary cooperation and parliamentarians' partnership for the future. Recognizing the need to strengthen the parliamentary dimension of ASEM, several colleagues and participants expressed their views on using various parliament forms to strengthen ties between national parliaments. And a colleague from Switzerland expressed his concern over the role of parliamentarians in international forums, including, and ASEM emphasized, ASEP is not a platform for discussing regional security issues only. It's not a forum, especially ASEP, it's not a forum for diplomats, not a forum for official government position. So he called us to delegate the people to speak freely and openly in order to have real open and direct dialogue and to have more common understanding. And I think his speech was appreciated by many participants. Similar to Swiss colleagues, also Mongolian delegate Mr. Tilbestaug also expressed and appreciated the informality of ASEP and thereby encouraged parliamentarians as direct representatives of their people to continue engaging in discussion encumbered by diplomatic rules. So that was a very brief summary of the discussion. Thank you.